How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Dear valued reader and friend, it's my great pleasure to write this manual for you, and I hope it'll be useful and helpful to you. You see, a new year is almost upon us, and it's time to think about how you're going to make the coming time your breakout year for online success. You've no doubt seen dozens of different next big thing business models come and go this year. Everywhere you look it seems like things are being shaken up, and only those in the know will remain standing. Well, I'd like to put your mind at ease about this right now. Your income opportunities aren't going anywhere. In fact, there may be no better time to start your own online business. All sorts of crazy money-making fads have come and gone, most of it having to do with auto-generated content sites, pay-per-click arbitrage and other risky schemes. It's not that these methods didn't work for some people. It's just that they weren't designed to produce real, long-term income. What's left standing are the same solid and proven business models that were always there, just good, old-fashioned marketing of in-demand products and services. Information products are still alive and kicking. Affiliate marketing is still alive and kicking. Content is still king when it comes to motivating potential customers. So, all you really need to do to earn your first $100 online in 30 days from now is to pick a proven business model, and work with it from the ground up with a plan. This has always been the case, whether it's 2008, 2009, 2010. The real money is generated by owning a real business, and doing what you do best. I'll give you several proven business models in this no-fluff honest manual. You can call it my labor of love for you. You can choose any model you like. All of them hold the potential to generate $100 or more for you, but only if you'll take your business seriously. What you'll gain here is the big picture perspective. Keep in mind this is not a step-by-step how-to guide, although I do make every effort to give you the basic information you need to get started. My purpose in writing this for you is to give you a broad view of online income sources. I want you to understand the fundamentals and to realize that, most of the time, those next big thing products you see are really just variations on an established model. Make sense? There are hundreds upon hundreds of opportunities, but when you really dig into them, you'll find that they all fall into the same class. In other words, you're always selling something. It's just that your role in the transaction varies. Some models involve making direct sales, while in others you act as the referrer. Either way, you're making money based on your ability to induce others to take action. That action could be as simple as clicking on a link in an AdSense ad, or it could be the prospect pulling out his credit card to buy a product. So, if you're ready to grab your share of the action in the new year, then keep reading. The big picture of making money online. There are literally dozens of ways to make money online, but, for most beginners, this variety is the problem. Too many different models to choose from and no solid game plan for working any one of them. Some marketers have their hands in 2 or 3 or 4 different business models. This can be done with experience, but it spells disaster for newbies. In order to make it to your first $100 online, you need to choose just a money-making business model, and stick to it. In other words, you need to learn how to walk before you can run. Once you completely master one business model, then you can consider adding on different tactics. So, the first thing to realize about the big picture is that the opportunities are out there, and you can succeed, but only if you have the discipline to focus on just one, proven business model. The second thing to realize is that, while the rules of the game may change, the fundamentals never do. What does this mean? It means that everything you learn in terms of marketing best practices, like how to set up a website, how to capture and market to leads on your opt-in list, how to write great pre-sale and sales copy, will always be an essential part of your skill set. And this also means you should ignore any hype you come across that claims certain long-standing, proven models are somehow dead, e.g., internet marketing, email marketing, affiliate marketing. When you see things like that, all it really means is that some of the tactics are in flux. For example, there is some evidence that it's getting harder to lure in subscribers using the free content trick. However, think about where this tactic might be losing its effectiveness. It's mostly in the internet marketing how-to niche, not in the less saturated, non-marketing related niches. Further, even if everyone online suddenly became less responsive to these tactics, all that's necessary is a change in strategy. Let's say you weren't getting any good results by giving away a free report to your niche. So change that up. Try offering audio, or video or software. Work on improving your landing page copy. Here's another example. Let's say one of your traffic sources wasn't performing very well. You will definitely want to look at your advertising copy before you decide that source is junk, right? The main point I want to get across here is that the proven money-making models aren't going anywhere. What happens is that internet usage patterns fluctuate, and customer needs fluctuate. All you have to do is stay on top of the emerging trends in your target market, and adjust accordingly. Last but not least, it's important that you strive for consistency, focus and patience. You do face a fair amount of competition online, but it is not insurmountable. In fact, do you want to know one of the real secrets to making money online? That secret is longevity. The longer you're in business, the stronger your business gets. Part of this has to do with exposure. You build up your visibility and brand awareness over time. You keep at it and you garner name recognition, which is very important. If you stick to your guns, you'll find that competition comes and goes, while you maintain a solid presence in your niche. People trust and respect that sort of longevity, and you'll reap rewards. Having the right mindset from the start. Your mindset going into business online is very important. In fact, your mindset can make or break you. What is the right mindset? Well, let's begin with some of the obvious principles. 1. Taking your business seriously, more on this further. 2. Believing in your ability to succeed. 3. Being willing to put in the effort necessary for success. 4. Understanding how much and what type of effort is necessary. 5. Commit to a business plan, strategy. Those are the common sense principles every business owner follows. However, there is another aspect to having the right mindset, and it's one that is often overlooked. And that aspect is being able to see progress in graduated steps. What does this mean? Have you heard of the $5 a day guy? Dennis is a perfect example of what kind of success you can achieve when your mindset includes the graduated steps approach to measuring your progress. Basically, Dennis went from years of barely making a living online, to racking up a monthly income equivalent to his yearly income. He did it by learning to set smaller, more realistic goals for himself. His aha moment came when he realized it was easier for him to conceive of earning $5 per day, than earning thousands overnight. So he set about creating dozens of mini income sources, each of which made him $5 per day and sometimes far more than that. You see where this is going? Pretty soon all of his $5 per day projects added up into hundreds of dollars in profit per day. So, I'm recommending that you employ a similar confidence boosting trick. Your goal here is to make your first $100 online in roughly 30 days, correct? It might seem difficult when you look at it in those terms, so try breaking it down. $100 in 1 month equals $25 per week or $3.33 per day. Wow! Now, that should get you excited. Certainly you can make a measly $3.33 per day. Remember, this works in reverse, too. You might come across, for example, a great-looking affiliate program, only to pull back when you see that they're paying $10 or $20 per sale. You might think, well, that's probably not worth my effort. What if the program converts really well and you're able to make at least one sale per day? You'd be looking at $300, $600 per month in your pocket, and that's just for starters. So, in order to make your first $100, start off with the idea of just getting your first few sales rolling in. Once that happens, focus on multiplying your efforts to getting the equivalent of a sale every day of the week. Play with the numbers until you come up with one that motivates you. Something that looks like child's play on the surface, but that leads to serious profits when you total things up over time. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Short-term versus long-term income. Do you know the real difference between short-term and long-term income? It's not what you might think. Short-term income can be harder to generate than long-term income. Each time you want to make some quick cash, you have to set up the transaction. This might be an eBay auction, time-sensitive report, or some kind of seasonal promotion. The problem is that once you're done, you're done. In order to keep making money, you have to keep coming up with one-shot schemes to pull in the cash. Long-term income, however, relies on real business models which can run all the time, pulling in a continuous stream of profit. They may take more effort to set up in the beginning, but you eventually have a system that runs almost totally on autopilot. Further, long-term income opportunities offer room for growth. A good example here is affiliate marketing. In that business model, you've got a never-ending supply of different products to promote. You can add on product after product to build up your income. You can promote programs that offer passive or recurring commissions, for example, membership sites, web hosting, etc., so that you keep getting paid, even when you aren't working. Another facet to long-term income is that it is consistent. It doesn't depend on fads or trends, seasonal sales, for example, selling toys over Christmas, or the price of tea in China. Instead, you bank on providing products and services that are in demand year-round. People are always looking for things like cars, clothes, entertainment, how-to information, health and financial information, ways to improve relationships, solve problems and increase happiness. The business models I'll recommend to you later in this manual all fall into at least one of those in-demand categories. 8. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Are you treating your online business like a real business? No matter which income opportunity you choose, you must treat this as your real business. Some people treat online income models lightly because they're stuck in the old, brick and mortar concept of what a real business should look like. They think if they don't have an office space or dozens of employees, that they aren't really running a business. Nothing could be further from the truth. The people you market to online are real people, and they are real customers. Real cash changes hands due to your involvement. In fact, the more seriously you take this business, the more money you make. Even if you're, say, an affiliate marketer, and not physically shipping goods to a customer, you're still running a business. In fact, you're running a referral business. So, which approach do you think would make you more money? 1. Casually promoting a couple of affiliate programs in your spare time. 2. Setting a real website and opt-in list, communicating with prospects and devoting at least 10 hours per week promoting your best affiliate programs? Obviously, approach number 2 is going to bring in the real income. That's because you're working from the same essential principles of all businesses, to provide education, communication and service. Finally, if you're going to start a serious business, then you need to have a business plan. You need to clear on your goals and on your strategy. In other words, determine in advance, 1. Where you're going to. How you'll get there. 3. How long it should take you. We'll call this your master plan. 9. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Creating a master plan for your business. This will be your first step, after you choose which money-making model to pursue, and on the most important steps. You see, the single biggest mistake made by beginners is in trying to wing it. It is easy to understand why some people do this. It's so simple these days to toss up a website, and do some basic advertising. The problem is that most people perform these tasks in an unfocused manner. They don't know why they're advertising on, say, Google AdWords. They just know every guru out there is telling them to do it. Doing things this way leaves you stranded. A better approach is to have a detailed roadmap which guides you from point A to point B. You need to know who your target audience is, the best places to reach your target audience, what types of offers, advertising your audience responds to, how to leverage your efforts, so that you get more leads and more traffic for less money, ways to get some leads and traffic in for free, how to nurture your prospects long term, and turn them into repeat customers, what the next step is in your business evolution once you've reached your first goal. These are crucial points to consider before you begin, and it's best to have a step-by-step plan for each phase of the process. Everyone's master plan is different because everyone approaches business differently. One of the first steps you need to take is to sit down and write on paper what you want to do with your online business. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, however, the sheer act of putting on your thinking cap and committing your thoughts on paper has an almost magical effect, if you focus and flow through with what you plan. Here's an example of what your own online business master plan can look like. 10. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. I will devote the first part of week 1 to researching and choosing a niche market. Action steps I'll take include: niche market selection, checking ClickBank to find popular niche topics among the best-selling products. Narrow down my list of potential niche markets by checking out the competition, the type and number of existing products in this niche, and estimating my costs for running advertisements on places like Google AdWords. Select e-zines and classifieds. Monetization model I'll devote the rest of the week to choosing the best monetization model for my niche. For affiliate marketing, I'll need to check available affiliate programs to see what my options are, and what I can expect to make in commissions. I'll also check the feasibility of my model against my budget, time constraints, and technical know-how. Sales funnel I'll devote the second week to setting up my sales funnel. In order to do this, I need to determine which tools I need: website, autoresponder, blog, software tools, a budget for membership sites. Also, how will I direct visitors through my monetization model? Lead capture, direct referral, 30-day goal. How much traffic do I need to set things in motion? How quickly can I expect to be in profit? What is the average profit I can expect to make from a sale or referral? How much work will I need to put in each day in order to reach my goal? Where and how should I advertise to get the quickest results? 3-month goal: once I reach my first $100, I want to increment my profits by an extra $50 per month. 6-month goal: in 6 months, I want to have established an income of $300 per month. I also want to work in more passive income opportunities, as well as throw some new products into the mix, etc. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Proven money-making models. You can start online from this section of the manual. I'll be walking you through various proven money-making models you can focus on for your business. Each of these models works, but you have to work on it. Nothing worthwhile comes without effort, especially when your focus is on building an online business with long-term dependable income. Here's a personal mantra I live by, which may also help you: success is about getting things done. It seems simple, but it's exceedingly powerful. Stop and think about this, and see the real logic and truth behind this phrase. It can move you forward and propel you to get massive results. I know this to be true. Now it's your turn to experience it. Let us look at the various models. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Model number 1, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is still, in my opinion, the number one way for aspiring internet entrepreneurs to get started. Why? Because 1. There's no inventory expense. 2. No hassles with payment processors. 3. No extra time spent on processing refunds or returns. 4. You still get to practice all the essential marketing skills that will bring success in any other business you pursue. Think of it this way: if you've ever seen a product that made you say, "Wow, I know I could make sales if that were mine," then affiliate marketing is just the thing for you. For all intents and purposes, any product you promote as an affiliate is your product. You take ownership by promoting that product as wholeheartedly as you would if you were a theme or chant, or copyright holder, or whatever. The beauty of it is that you reap a significant share of the profit on each sale, with less than half of the hassle. 2 profitable affiliate marketing models: pay-per sale and pay-per-lead. The first thing to understand about affiliate marketing is that it is a pay-per-action model. However, the meaning of action is defined in a couple of different ways. An action can be: 1. The sale of a product. 2. The generation of a new lead. So, in other words, affiliates get compensated based on referring either customers or potential customers, leads. The action that the visitor takes is either to buy something, or to fill out a form providing their contact information, becoming a lead. Which type of affiliate marketing is easiest? The truth is they're about equal, but paper-led is a slight edge over paper sale. It is much easier to get a prospect to fill out information, especially if the merchant is offering them some sort of bonus in exchange for that information. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Let's delve into each type of affiliate marketing. You can decide which best fits your goals. Paper sale affiliate marketing. Paper sale marketing is what most people think of when they think of affiliate marketing. You, the affiliate, are tasked with sending traffic to the merchant in order to help him, her acquire new customers. Whenever one of the visitors you refer buys a product from that merchant, you are credited with the sale and you receive a commission. This is where your profits come from. Now, in order to make good money with paper sale marketing, you have to do two things. 1. Be highly selective about the products you promote. 2. Be strategic in your marketing efforts. Being selective. There are literally thousands of affiliate programs out there. Each program is unique in terms of how much is paid out per sale, and how much support the merchant gives to its affiliates. The mistake most beginners make is that they join every affiliate program that looks good to them, without considering whether that program will truly fit with their marketing plan. The first rule of selection: choose your niche first, then seek out a list of products within that niche that you can promote. The second rule of selection: be choosy about the products themselves. You want products which are high quality, in demand and priced competitively. The third rule of selection: do research on your target merchants. Here, you'll be sniffing out information on the merchant's reputation in the industry from both a customer standpoint and an affiliate standpoint. See if you can find reviews or customer experience reports about that merchant. Also, look to see what other affiliates of that merchant have to say about the affiliate program. Does the merchant pay on time? Does the merchant provide tools and support? Final rule of selection: how to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Crunch the numbers. How high of a commission is the merchant offering, and how well does the product convert? How many sales in order to reach your target of $100? Setting up shop. What's the best way to get started as a paper sale affiliate? In order to make the big money in this game, you need to put yourself between that prospect and the merchant with more than an affiliate link. In other words, you want to keep potential customers several steps removed from the merchant's website so that you have time to pre-sell them on the product. How do you do this? You do it by setting up your own special sales funnel, which includes your website and your opt-in list. The goal here is to send traffic to your site first, get the visitor to opt into your list, and then follow up with him. If we diagram the process, it looks like this: traffic, lead capture, landing page, prospect opts in, you follow up via email, you redirect the prospect through your affiliate link. There are two reasons for doing things this way. 1. Having the prospect on your list means you can refer him to a variety of products over time, thus generating repeat sales. 2. Being able to pre-sell your prospect on the product boosts your revenue. If you didn't do this, opting to send traffic straight through your affiliate link, you end up leaving a lot of sales on the table. The prospect might not buy the product on the first visit to the merchant's site. By the time's ready to buy the product, he may have cleared his cookies, erasing your affiliate link, and causing you to lose the sale. Also, it takes more work to generating new customers than it does to get repeat sales from previous customers. You want these prospects on your list, so you can sell to them again. Paper lead affiliate marketing. Under this model, you generate commissions by generating leads, also called cost per action, CPA, for those using these services. Rather than referring people directly to a product, you refer them to product information. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Let me give you some examples to clarify this. Common types of paper lead offers: refer prospect to a mortgage refinance company, where he fills out a form to get pre-qualifying information about potential loans. Refer prospect to a health company offering free vitamin samples in exchange for filling out a contact form. Refer prospect to a trial version of a product or service. You see, the prospect is not making a purchase in any of these cases. Instead, he's getting free stuff. The freebie might be a sample of a product, a trial, or just an information request. In any case, you get paid for generating that lead. Now, you must be careful in the types of pay-per-lead program you promote. Always make sure that your merchant collects lead information ethically and unobtrusively. This means that your prospect shouldn't have to take too many steps in order to get what he wants. Filling out a simple form or two is the most it should take. The better the offers and the easier they are to complete, the more you'll build a reputation for quality, and for protecting your prospect's privacy. Setting up shop. You have some leeway when it comes to promoting pay-per-lead programs because the imperative towards pre-selling is not as strong. We'll talk more about why in a moment. Size means you can promote your programs through simple methods, like direct links to the merchant via AdWords, blogs, classifieds, as well as use the more involved method of collecting leads and publishing a newsletter. Also, in most cases, a lot of your work will be focused on driving as much traffic as possible through your links for as long the merchant is running the pay-per-lead program. Some merchants run them all the time, while others set them up only for limited time special offers. The real key here is to know how to best position the offer. Pay-per-lead is trickier because, often, there's only so much you can say. Whereas as a traditional product would offer you ample opportunity to generate follow-up content like special reports, e-courses and the like, a pay-per-lead offer just isn't suited to that level of detail. At the heart of the matter is that the pre-selling tactics you'll need to use will be opportunity focused, rather than benefit focused. Okay, so what do I do? How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. One of the most common approaches to pay-per-lead marketing is the freebies website or freebies newsletter. This is a scattershot approach which allows you to promote a variety of unrelated programs under the guise of being a sort of freebies clearinghouse. In order to narrow things down to a manageable level, you'd want to create your site or newsletter around some sort of theme, like top 10 freebies per month, or best internet free trials. You then choose a couple of categories to focus on, something like health, computers and finance, and build your website, newsletter around those. In this sense, you're providing a service as a publisher of hard to find information. Now, if you really want to limit things down to one niche, you'll need to choose high-paying pay-per-lead programs. This means looking into the professional services like financing, debt reduction, attorney referrals, insurance and the like. Commission Junction, www.cj.com, has many of those. Those niches will allow you room to publish more content. What you do is set up a content focused website or newsletter, and concentrate your efforts on publishing educational articles. For example, let's say that you're promoting a life insurance pay-per-lead program. What types of content would you use? Articles about choosing a life insurance policy, estate planning, reviews of different insurance providers, interviews with experts in the field, quizzes that help people determine their overall health and life expectancy, useful tools, maybe a life insurance calculator that helps people compare plans side by side to see how much they'll spend for a $1 million policy over X numbers of years with company versus company. Now, in order to monetize this, you'd need to place your affiliate link in as many places on site and in every newsletter as possible. For example, at the end of each article, you would have a hyperlink text ad saying, "Need life insurance? Get a free quote in under 5 minutes." You would also benefit from using well-placed banner ads across the site. 17. Model number 2, auction businesses like eBay has been a huge money maker over the years for a lot of people. One of the best things about eBay, and an auction business, in general, is that people who normally shy away from starting any other internet business, believing it to be too complex, are able to make serious incomes from home without a website or a list. Not only that, but eBay is self-generating when it comes to traffic. You don't need a huge budget for people to find your auctions. If you want to go into business on eBay, you've got several approaches to choose from. Some are more difficult than others. Let's take a look at what these methods are. Auctioning physical goods. Physical products are what most people think of first. You can sell just about anything one day, from major electronics, to cars, to that trusty old wagon that's been sitting in your garage for 10 years. Now, The obstacle that you face here is finding products to sell, and finding them at a low enough cost for you to make a profit selling them. What are some of the ways you can acquire products to sell? 1. Wholesale. You'll need a business license, usually a state tax resale license, most of the time to buy products from wholesalers. In many cases, you'll also need a good chunk of cash to spend because wholesalers often have a minimum you must order to get the best prices. 2. Dropshipping. You may or may not need a license with wholesale dropshippers. Depends on who you're working with. The trick with dropshipping is that you never touch the physical product, nor do you have to buy it before selling it. Instead, you auction off the product beginning at the base price quoted to you by the wholesale dropshipper. Once you've made the sale, you then pay the dropshipper and have that product shipped directly to the customer. There's also a third method, but it's pretty time intensive. If you enjoy bargain hunting, you can acquire products via garage sales, estate sales, dollar stores and the like. You also have the option of bypassing online wholesalers by traveling to various wholesale product shows, and purchasing your products there. 19. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days auctioning digital products. You can also auction digital products, like ebooks, software, special reports, etc. To be on the safe side, you'll usually want to deliver these products on an actual, physical CD. eBay claims that digital downloads are not permitted, but it seems to enforce that rule sporadically. What types of digital products might you sell? Your own ebooks, software, artwork, music, etc. Resell rights products you've acquired, products you've created from the public domain. The public domain product gives us a good example. You can actually use this to break in tonnages which are normally served only by physical products. Let's say you've discovered that sewing machines are hot items on eBay. Now, as you might expect, people who buy sewing machines will also be looking for sewing patterns they can use in their projects. As it turns out, there are tons of old sewing patterns books floating around in the public domain. These patterns can easily be dropped into an ebook and sold via auction. Will that really sell? Yes, in fact, one marketer I know of has already done this exact thing. Other products. If ebooks aren't your thing, there are additional digital products you can sell. For example, if you were good at creating website templates, you can sell those. You can, in fact, create whole websites, monetize them and then turn around and sell them as turnkey businesses. Your product choices for eBay are really limitless. You just need to zero in on a hot niche, locate your products, start setting up auctions. Recommended eBay resources. Exploiting eBay. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Model number 3, private label and resale rights. Do you like the idea of owning your own product, but still don't want to go through the hassle of coming up with products ideas and doing all the creative work? Private label rights, resale rights might be for you. First, let's define our terms. Private label rights. These give you the ability to take a pre-existing product, and put your name and branding on it. In other words, you get to label and promote the product as if it were your own. Note, this is not affiliate marketing. You'll actually be the one delivering the product, and processing payment transactions. You can set up your own affiliate program to promote it. There are lots of products which can be private labeled. The most common private label rights products are usually ebooks or software, but there are also opportunities to private label services, such as autoresponders, and physical goods, like vitamins or candy bars, etc. Resale rights. These grant you the right to sell a product as if it were your own, but without the benefit of putting your name on it. You aren't allowed to alter the product in any way. If you want something you can alter, edit and improve upon, then look for either private label rights or master resale rights. Now that you understand the terms, let's talk about how you set up shop. First, you'll want to choose a niche market to focus on. Your choices might be constrained somewhat based on where you're acquiring your rights from. Most of the information product rights opportunities center around popular subjects like cooking, relationships, health and finance. Rather than acquiring rights one product at a time, People generally sign up with membership sites which offer a variety of resale and private label products on a monthly basis. Recommended private label and resale rights resources: Resale Rights World. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Model number 4, creating and selling products from the public domain. The public domain is really a blessing to infoproduct marketers. Imagine creating a full-length book without ever writing a single word. You can find a lot of usable content in the public domain, everything from books to images to audio. As long as the copyright on the work has expired, it's for you to do with as you wish. The bulk of the work you'll have to do to create products this way comes down to getting them into a saleable format. Most public domain books, for example, are not yet digitized, and the ones that are typically distributed as text files. This means you'll have to reformat that content into a PDF file, the standard file format for ebooks, before you sell it. Of course, you'll want to use your own header graphics and other bells and whistles in the ebook as well. Although public domain content is a great way to get an instant product, there are also some obstacles involved in uncovering appropriate niche topics. Again, only a fraction of the public domain has been digitized and made available on the internet. So, if you're just using a site like Gutenberg.org, try and locate the content, you'll have a difficult time locating it. In order to unearth the real gems, you need to search through the WorldCat database. WorldCat is a database which links the card catalogs of libraries around the world. When you auto a search via WorldCat, you have access to literally thousands of little-known public domain titles. Somewhere out there is a library which holds the physical copy of the work you're looking for in its collection. Once you locate that library, you can request that work via the interlibrary loan system, and have that work mailed to your local library for pickup. Pretty neat, huh? So, the first thing you need to do is log on here, www.worldcat.org, and then click on Advanced Search. Now, you can do one of two things: 1. Use some of your niche keywords in the keyword search, or 2. Use some of your niche keywords in the title search. Now, go down to the bottom of the form where it says publication date. Enter something 22. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days, like 1870 as the year for the start date, and enter 1923 for the end date. What this will do is pull up titles matching your search terms for works which should be in the public domain. What we're aiming for here is to get a broad list of titles pertinent to your niche. For my search, I entered cooking as my keyword. One of the interesting titles the search pulled up is Clever Cooking, published in 1903. This should be in the public domain. I go ahead and click on the title. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The WorldCat has automatically detected my location based on my IP address, and returned a match for the library closest to my location that has a copy of Clever Cooking. I can now click on the web link to that library's website, and fill out my interlibrary loan request to check out the book. What happens when I get the book? Once you've found a good title you want to turn into a product, you'll need to get it into a book format. This is probably the hardest part of the process. Unless the book is extremely short, you're probably not going to want to type the entire contents of the book into your word processing program. What you'll need to do next is find an OCR scanning service. OCR stands for Optical Character Recognition, and it's basically a type of software that can recognize text within images. When you do an OCR scan of a book, you scan it on a regular scanner, just like you would for a picture. The software then tries to convert what it sees into text. You should be able to find some companies in your area that will perform this service for you. If you can't find any, though, you have two options: 1. Do the scanning and conversion yourself, still somewhat time intensive and will require you to invest money into the needed tools. 2. Send the book by mail to a company such as www.datadosh.com. Whether you can do this will depend on how long you're allowed to keep the book checked out. Some titles ordered through interlibrary loan can be kept for the standard 2 weeks. This is usually enough time to mail off the book, get it scanned and mailed back to you. I recommend going with a pro service whenever you can. It will take a lot of the burden off of you, and ensure more professional results. 23. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Once you've got your book in its final format, it's time to start marketing. You can sell it as a digital download, or you can put it on a CD. You can sell it from your own website, or you can sell it on eBay. It's never too late to start looking for your next public domain product, either. You can have a indie product in production while the sales are coming in on the first one. The fact that you can roll out product after product with public domain information is one of the reasons it's so addictive, and so profitable. Recommended public domain resources. Public Domain Treasure Hunters Kit, click here for .info web link. Public Domain Expert Toolbar, click here for .info web link. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Model number 5, selling knowledge via paid classes and teleseminars. If you have some special skill or knowledge to share with others, then teaching people via classes or teleseminars could be a great business for you. You might wonder, why should I sell my knowledge in one of those formats instead of, say, writing it all down into an ebook? There are several reasons. First, these alternative formats allow for much greater speed in terms of how long it takes to get your product to the market. This is especially true with teleseminars. For example, let's say you have a real talent for speaking off the cuff. You could sit down for just an hour or two to create basic teleseminar outline, then improvise off of that. Your product creates itself the moment you begin the call. You can even sell an audio recording or transcript of the call after the fact for extra profit. Also, teleseminars are easy to set up. There are many services which will host your teleseminar for free, see resources below. All you have to do is market the call effectively so you can get an audience to sign up for it. E-classes are also quite simple to set up. You can create your content in advance, or just create one course module at a time as you go along through the course schedule. The e-class information can be delivered via autoresponder, or even on your website. Now, here's the other thing about these two methods. You can charge much more for the information than you'd for an ebook. E-courses and teleseminars have a higher perceived value in the minds of most people. Where you might get away charging $97 for an ebook, you could charge $197 or more for an class. And that's not all. You can also set things up so that you get paid a huge lump sum before your class is even created. Let's say you have a sizable opt-in list. You mail the list to let them know about your e-class or teleseminar, and you request payment and registration in advance. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Maybe you get 10 people to register and pay you $197 for an e-class that begins 2 weeks away. You've just made $1,970 at one whack, and you haven't even sat down to create that course content yet. I've done this many times myself and it works like gangbusters. Sounds good, but how do I get started? First step: determine what you have to offer, and what niche your knowledge fits into. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt, and don't feel like you have to have specialized, professional knowledge. You probably have a lot to offer just based on your life experience. Maybe you are an expert at getting out of debt quickly, living on a budget, and finding bargains, losing weight, cooking healthy Italian meals, flipping real estate, dealing with a chronic health condition, surviving graduate school, healing relationships, feng shui, auto repair, traveling Europe for free, restoring old furniture. You get the idea. Anything you know how to do that others would find useful is fair game. If you're not an expert at anything, which is highly unlikely, then you can make it even easier by interviewing industry experts within your niche. Everyone loves to be interviewed, and if our sales pitch is good enough, your potential joint venture partner will bite. The best part about interviews is often, you don't even need to create the content as it will be provided by the interviewee. You just need to provide an outline and facilitate the teleseminar. Second step: decide which format works best for the information. If you've got a lot of ground to cover, and you need to make use of visual aids, you're probably better of doing an e-class. You can split things up into as many weeks or months as needed. You can also split information across multiple teleseminars, but most of the time I think you'll find just 1 or 2 calls will be enough for most subjects. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. It really depends on how much detail you plan on going into, whether you want to hold question and answer sessions with your audience, etc. Third step, create a basic template for presentation. Create at least the first 1 to 2 modules of your class, if that's the route you're taking. That way, you can get started on marketing ASAP instead of waiting until you have everything written. If you're holding a teleseminar, create an outline of the topics to be covered. Also, you need to determine whether you'll need a co-host to help stimulate the discussion. Your co-host will, in essence, be interviewing you and helping you stay on topic. Otherwise, if you go it alone, you might feel like you're just giving a speech via telephone. Fourth step, determine your marketing strategy. How will you get people to register for your e-class or sign up for your teleseminar? There are 2 quick ways to do this. The fastest way is to seek out joint venture partners to help promote you. And if you're interviewing someone as described in step 2, you could get this same person to promote for you. In other words, you want to find some fellow business people in your niche, and see if they were willing to promote your course or call to their opt-in lists. You'll need to work out some benefits for them. For example, if you set up an affiliate program, you can offer them a high commission on course or teleconference referrals. If they have a complimentary product, you could offer to put in a plug for that product in your course or during the call. A second method, somewhat slower, is to set up your website and opt-in list, and start collecting subscribers. You'd want to set up a landing page that encourages people to sign up to find out about the course or teleconference. Here's some sample copy for that. Just to clarify how this would work, is that ragged, old sofa blocking the flow of wealth into your life? Headline: it could be. At least, according to the ancient Chinese wisdom of Feng Shui. Feng what? How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Feng Shui. If you haven't heard of it before, Feng Shui is the art of positioning objects like furniture and decorations in your home, as well as positioning certain power colors in key places. The heart of the process comes down to balancing yin energy and yang energy. There are all sorts of crazy things you wouldn't expect will have an impact on the flow of energy in your life. For example, having insomnia? Make sure you don't have an abundance of red in your bedroom. Money problems? Make sure you always keep the lid to the toilet closed. Experiencing conflict? You might have too many sharp edges or objects in your environment. Balancing the energies in your home can have an enormous impact on your quality of life. I can help you learn to do just that. As a Feng Shui practitioner with over 5 years' experience, I've created energy miracles for hundreds of people just like you. And for a limited time only, I'm bringing my expertise straight to your phone via an exclusive, live, 2-hour teleseminar. Find out how you can be on the call by signing up below. Etc. It's as easy as that. You lay out some traditional content bait to get people interested in product, and then get them onto your list, where you can plug the details of the teleseminar or e-course. You'll have a ready-made audience on your list. Final step: once you've got your content and promotion strategy layout, all you need to do is get the technical resources in place. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Model number 6, turning your knowledge into video tutorials. This method, just like the e-class and teleseminar methods, allows you to create yet another high-ticket product of your very own. Video tutorials are in high demand for all sorts of niches: fitness and exercise, computer learning, internet marketing, art and music, sports, hobbies, recreation. Think about the types of things that people want to learn how to do, like learning to build websites, learning how to use Photoshop, learning to play guitar, learning karate or card tricks, or new yoga poses. Any of these skills could be taught through a regular book or ebook, but the material really comes through when it is taught through video. Live, in motion demonstrations of what step to take, where to put your hands, what to click on. It's the next best thing to taking an in Person class. Let's say you wanted to learn how to master a program like Photoshop. Photoshop goes very deep in terms of features and tools. Would you rather learn by looking back and forth between a book and your computer screen? Or would you rather watch as someone else moves their mouse through the program, showing you exactly what to do? A lot of people prefer the latter. It's much easier to follow along on your computer, as things unfold. Not only that, but many people are visual and kinesthetic oriented in their learning. That means they need to see and touch, or do, things in order to absorb new information efficiently. Same thing with learning karate. It's one thing to read about a roundhouse kick, and quite another to see a roundhouse kick performed by a black belt as you follow along at home. Okay, so now you know why these products are truly in demand. You also need to know that video tutorials can earn you a lot more money than ebooks in many cases. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Again, it all comes down to perceived value. There is a higher perceived value for video products based not just on the benefits we outlined earlier, but also on prevailing market conditions. You see, people are used to paying higher prices offline for videos. This is especially true of special interest titles, and titles which come as multi-DVD sets. Whereas a new copy of Shrek on DVD might cost $20, the price for a 6-DVD set of tutorials on yoga can for anywhere between $60 to over $100. This is to your advantage. Creating your tutorials. The hardest part of the product creation process here comes down to performing and recording. You've got to come up with a script, so to speak. Then, you must record the actual material in action. You can accomplish this one of two ways, depending on the type of content. 1. Create your tutorials using screen capture software like Cam Studio 2. Create your tutorials by videotaping yourself or an assistant. How do you know which method to use? It's fairly simple. If you are creating a tutorial for computer-based activities like learning Photoshop or mastering Google AdWords, you'll use Camtasia to record all of the activities taking place right in your computer screen. Alternatively, if you are creating a tutorial based on some physical action in need of demonstration, for example how to play a lick on guitar or how to do a gymnastic somersault, then you'll need to videotape that type of action using a camcorder. How to make your first $100 online in just 30 days. Guru, www.guru.com. You can go to any of these sites and post a request for bids for your project. Qualified freelancers will bid on your project, and you'll be able to hire one of them to create the tutorials for you to your specifications. Second, you can hire a professional videographer for your tutorials. A videographer can record you, or an assistant, performing the tutorial material. The nice thing about hiring a pro for this is that your videos will be higher quality in terms of lighting, background and sound quality. You can even have the final product professional edited, and jazzed up with music, splash screens, credits and the like.